Nick. Huh?
Agent Morgan, where are you? Answer me! Come on, open up!
George, call for assistance with the body.
Wait! She's still alive.
Diane, don't move. Don't move your hands and stay still.
George, it's no good. It won't budge.
Emily, stand back.
There's not enough time. George! Catch us!
Thomas! Call an ambulance!
What? What?
Agent York, George, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. I think I'm too old to be an acrobat, though.
Diane looks okay, too. She should be able to tell us who did this to her.
God, I hope so. But you, George, quite a catch. I'm impressed.
Hmm?
George? Diane.
Oh, yeah. What a beautiful beach. The reaching one who feel off in many directions. Combinating in sharp voices, glide away interrupting them, inspiring a truly deep eroticism in all who clear. Every woman will find herself about being penetrated by those sharp voices. This piece evokes unimaginable desire. And yet, this is far more than a wooden piece of art. It is a piece of masterpiece by elegant
Diane?
themselves. Come closer. Beg to its beauty.
Diane! Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Huh.
Back off! Don't touch me!
Diane, no! Move!
Emily, hurry!
I requested, and
Thomas will need a body bag, too. Nick, quiet.
Can you hear that?
Hmm?
I think he wants us to follow him. Shall we follow, Zach?
Klar folgen wir ihm, aber was zum Geier macht dieser Hund hier? Das heißt ja, dass Kaysen auch nicht weit ist. Na gut, wir wissen ja, dass er schon mit Diane rumhing. Aber warum? Weshalb? Wieso? Und warum jetzt? Was war mit Nick? Fragen über Fragen. Und warum hat der Jens sich so komisch verhalten? Es müssen irgendwie diese Samen sein. Die müssen den irgendwie den Verstand rauben. Okay, hier führt die Blutspur lang, aber der Hund will, dass wir in die Richtung gehen. Folgen wir ihm einfach mal. Ich fand die Szene ziemlich cool, wie York da gesprungen ist und versucht hat, oder was heißt versucht hat, Diane aus der Luft gefangen hat. Das war schon ziemlich nice. Da muss ich immer mal vorstellen. Stell dir mal vor, das Spiel wäre von irgendeinem richtig großen Entwicklerteam gemacht worden, einem Bekannten, und würde richtig geil aussehen, so wie halt ein normales Spiel ausschaut von der Technik her und alles. Hätte noch ein geileres Gameplay mit der ganzen Steuerung und so. Das wäre schon echt cool. Also das wäre schon echt cool, wenn ich mir vorstelle, dass das irgendwie von, keine Ahnung, Square Enix oder so gemacht worden wäre. Die halt auch die nötige Kohle haben, um für gute Technik und sowas zu sorgen. Das wäre schon echt geil. Ich habe wie gesagt, ich mag das Spiel auch so. Ja, ich mag das Spiel sogar sehr. Aber man muss halt die technischen Schwächen und so, die merkt man halt schon. Das ist halt leider so. Ja, wohin? Ich bin hinter dir, mein Freund. Sag mal, wie weit führt der mich denn? Wir laufen wir einmal quer durch die ganze Galerie. Ja? Weiter. Ich bin hinter dir. Da rein? Scheint Dianes privates Zimmer zu sein. Oder ihr Büro oder wie auch immer man es nennt. Wobei es hieß da auch, dass sie hier in der Galerie wohnt, wenn ich das richtig in Erinnerung habe. Aber ich wusste auch gar nicht mehr, dass der Tod von Diane in der zweiten Episode noch kommt. Ich habe ursprünglich gedacht, das wäre schon Episode 3. Okay, da hinten ist auf jeden Fall ein Weg. Und den müssen wir wohl auch gehen. Aber Moment, kann ich da rein? Die Tür ist nicht... Ich würde gerne mal wissen... Okay, haben wir noch einen Stabilisator, aber mehr ist hier anscheinend doch, dann doch nicht. Schade. Sehr schade. Aber gut, dann schieben wir mal das Ding beiseite. Und schauen, was sich dahinter verbirgt. Finden wir Casen? Finden wir irgendwas ganz anderes? Casen muss ja eigentlich in der Nähe sein. Ich meine, es ist sein Hund. Was geht hier ab? Was will er uns zeigen?
Willie, are you out there?
Kaysen, what are you doing in there?
York, is that you? Thank God. I can't get this door open. Can you unlock it from your side?
Kaysen, stand away from the door.
Where's Diane? And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, you know, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you, do I?
Actually, you do. Diane just died a moment ago.
What?
You're not just a key witness now. You're now a suspect. And you need to tell me exactly what you were doing here.
Well, I just came here to talk with Diane. To have a conversation.
And I suppose that kiss mark on your cheek is from your conversation.
This was just a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Which is exactly what killed Diane.
Okay. I came here to be with Diane. You happy now? We've been together before, a couple times. It's one of the reasons why I like coming to this town, see? This time is no different. I bumped into her in a bar in Seattle. I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back here. I have a wife, you know, but we've been separated for a while. We're going through a divorce right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out. Anyway, how could I kill Diane if I was in a room locked from the outside? 2 hours ago, me and Diane, we were taking it easy, drinking upstairs. We were, you know, enjoying ourselves. Then Nick had to show up. Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here. I've just been here, waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple of times, but they just passed by. Well, then I couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window. Then you showed up instead of Diane.
Zach, Diane has become the third victim of our killer.
And nada from questioning Nick. Nothing. Got no new leads from questioning Nick. He's taken the death of Diane really badly. In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art, but he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level that would lead to a murder. They were about to head out to the bar again together, but while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was either. Of course, Kaysen looks like a prime suspect, but that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room, which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time. He did say something else. The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots. And Nick was wearing boots. But now that Diane's dead, no one can back up Nick's statement. Which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kaysen go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now.
One more thing, Zach. George looked terribly depressed. I guess this case is really getting to him.
He's feeling responsible for the deaths of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him? I wonder what's left. Well, of course, he'd still have muscle.
Okay. Spannend. Schauen wir mal, wie es weitergeht. Ich muss unbedingt auch mal so einen Keks herbekommen. Der scheint so eine Art OP-Item zu sein.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel.
First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea.
Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Ja, natürlich gehen wir mit ihm eintrinken. Ganz klar. Ich wusste auch gar nicht mehr, dass man das ablehnen kann. Ich habe die Szene eigentlich als ja, Pflicht in Erinnerung.
George,
Teil
that
2,
scar on your
Vergangenheit.
cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot. And fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees. I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink, but I guess this bar is my confession chamber, and I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems and not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
Okay, ich würde sagen, hier machen wir beim nächsten Mal weiter. Sehr spannender Part, sehr viel Story. Beim nächsten Mal geht es mit genauso viel Story weiter, denn dann kommt das Finale von, oder ja gut, das war eigentlich schon das Finale, kommt das Ende von Episode 2. Und ja, bis zum nächsten Part. Ciao.